Hi folks, and welcome to PlastiQ Critiques, the weekly drag race review show where I round up the bitchiest people I know, my friends, to review the goings-on of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 2. As you can see, I am joined once again in person by the gorgeous Layla Sphynx. How are you doing?
Hello. You know, skinnier than ever. In pain,
Me
but
too.
skinnier than ever.
Yeah, I can't believe it's the final.
Yeah, I'm really upset, actually. I'm really upset.
I can't believe that 10 weeks ago we sat down right here to review episode 1.
And 10 weeks into the US season, we've only just about met all the queens.
Yeah, I think 3 more come in next week, like
Right.
Big Brother. But yeah,
So
it's just,
upset.
we might as well, because anyone who's watching, if you haven't seen Drag Race before watching this, why?
Where have you been?
Go ahead and watch that.
Yeah.
And then come back over here. But we can officially celebrate Drag Race UK Season 2 winner, Lawrence Chain.
Oh, amazing.
We both have this regret that we didn't film our reaction last night.
Yeah.
I think we didn't film our reaction because we were almost convinced Bimini was going to win.
Right. Yeah, we did.
So, and we knew we weren't that excited about Bimini winning. We thought, oh well, if Bimini wins, it's deserved and it's great and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So we knew the reaction would just be us going, well done, yeah, she deserves it. But let me tell you, when Lawrence won, we both dived out of the sofa.
Yeah.
And was screaming. Like, I've never been so excited for a winner of Drag Race, I don't think.
Yeah, like lads at a football match.
But like, I actually genuinely can't think of a season of Drag Race where I was so excited that
Yeah,
was
where the
winner.
anticipation was so high.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've not been that excited for Drag Race since my very first season that I watched, which was season 4 with Sharon Needles. I don't think I've been that excited since.
Yeah, me neither. And I think my first season was the first season I watched live was season 6.
Right.
And even then I wasn't that bothered about who won.
Right.
And even with this season, I don't think I was massively bothered with who won. But the fact that someone I really loved won was like huge.
And I think for us, because it's not a London queen,
Yes.
and it's someone who's close to home, it kind of gives you that reality of like, like someone
Yeah.
close to home's like won, like it was amazing.
It was just, I think it was a great thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to struggle to get through this episode in like a linear motion, I think. But we'll try and start at the beginning.
Yeah.
And the queens come into the workroom off the back of last week. No one has went home.
Yeah.
We have a top 4. Did you agree that they both should have stayed after that lip sync?
No. I think Ellie won the lip sync, so I'm kind of happy that they both stayed because I didn't want Taste to leave.
Fair. I think Ellie, for me, and I like Ellie as a queen, I just don't think she's done enough to be in the final,
Right.
which is my issue. But I am very happy for them all to be there. I like that it's 2 Scots versus 2 London queens.
Yeah.
And I do like that we have the home nations of London, well, not London, England,
Yeah.
Wales and Scotland. I do like that it was a very UK finale.
Yeah.
But we, as usual, not a lot goes on in the workroom.
No.
But they, we'll start from them coming in for their final workroom day. So they come in. Tace's workroom outfits this last episode are some of my favourite things I've ever seen anyone wear ever.
Gorge. Yeah.
So they come in, Tace in that gorgeous outfit. They do a little UK hun, wear the top 4.
Adaptation. Yeah.
And all that did was make me realise how good I am that Ellie's there instead of Laura.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to see the United Kingdoms be the top 4.
Yeah.
So Ru comes in, the scarring is gone, no more wigs, no more hats.
Yeah.
Clearly the bruising has gone down
Yeah.
from
Surgery
whatever
worked.
was going on. And Ru announces, as is typical with every kind of finale challenge, they have to write a verse for one of RuPaul's songs. This week, A Little Bit of Love.
Yeah.
And they are going to go do the podcasting thing. They're going to go talk to Ru and Michelle and have that interview. I think coming into it, we knew this was going to be a difficult challenge off the back of UK.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really had a better verse prepared than what they'd used already in the season.
No. For me, once I got over the trauma of Ellie's trousers that she was wearing as she walked into the workroom.
Not till later in the episode. She actually had...
she walked in?
No, this is when she had the horrendous jacket on. With
the crop fur fluff thing.
Yes. Ellie's wardrobe choices, not so
Debatable.
much this episode.
Debatable compared to Tace's, but
yes.
still. Yeah, I kind of feel that, again, dashing back and forth through the episode, they kind of hit a home run with UK Hun.
Yes.
So it was going to be a struggle either way.
Yeah.
And in a sense, their verses really didn't matter because the track that you're going to run from this season is UK Hun.
Yeah, that's true. And I think we'll talk a little bit about the. This isn't going to be a linear. If you're here to watch us talk from start to finish, that's not going to happen.
No.
But I think it was the track was not good.
No. Oh yeah, let's get into the track.
Like, we'll come back and talk about that. Right, no, let's try and be as linear as possible. Okay, because this is going to be a mess. This is the first critiques that I got a drink for as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about their interviews
with
Ru Michelle.
Okay. And this is where I thought that the episode was set up for Bimini.
Yes.
Because Bimini's interview was so gracious, so sincere.
There was a moment where RuPaul looked at Bimini and just kind of like he was just...
Well, right at the beginning, as she sat down.
Well, yeah.
RuPaul was like, oh, the winner.
Yeah, and it really did feel tailored to a Bimini win. I think it was quite an emotional story for Bimini. The talking, the passing of a friend and stuff, getting caught up in issues with drugs and stuff. I think it made a very good winner's storyline as well. I think that was kind of the moment where I was like, oh my god, yeah, this episode is really pushing for Bimini win.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the same as well. Yeah. I thought her story was sincere. She had more of an arc when it came to the overall season. Yeah, I think, not that I connected to it, but her story was the one that I felt the most empathy towards.
Yes, definitely. I think
in terms of a reality, who deserves the win.
Well, yeah, because if you compare it to other stories, it's like Ellie spoke about, I'm young and I have a good life.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, that's great.
But it doesn't make great TV.
Yeah.
And I think this is the one thing that people have to remember, is that it's a reality TV show. You're there for the drag, but in a way, they're only using drag as the medium for the reality TV essence of it. So you having a great life and being young and being cute, relatable to some, but it doesn't make good TV.
Yeah.
And my favourite line of the season couldn't possibly have a tic-tac. I had a big gulp of air about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, that was my
I've used that so much in the past 24 hours already.
Could possibly have a big gulp of air 5 minutes
ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll be using that one. Again, Taste, just really fun.
Taste has been so fun.
How she managed to go all season without mentioning that her dad was in Wham.
Yeah. That would have been my intro line.
Yeah. I would have walked in and be like, my dad was in Wham.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
I just think my hometown look would have been my dad in Wham.
Yeah.
My Eurovision song would have been UK Hood. My dad was in Wham and name is Taste.
Yeah.
I literally would have mentioned
She's been so fun and so humble all season long. And I genuinely think she has that level of confidence where she doesn't care whether she wins or not. She tried really hard, but she kind of knew that it was either going to be Bimini or Tace, and she kind of just had fun. She became more of the narrator throughout the season than what Lawrence did in the end. But so fun. Her energy never dipped. She was. I loved her throughout the whole season. Just so much good fun and understands reality TV. Didn't take it too seriously.
Oh well, that was the thing. She was there to have fun. I'm going through all the challenges trying to think of like taste moments. Like hometown runway, amazing.
Yeah.
Should have been a dad in Wow,
Yeah.
but amazing. Episode 2, what did they have to do? Episode 2. Cats.
Rats.
For cats, she should have like mentioned then. I'm not really a singer, but my dad was in Wow.
Yeah.
I would have brought it up then.
Yeah.
Episode 3.
The horror one. Looked like Frankenstein close to death, but me dad's in one.
Yes, I would have been like, do you know who I would have been? George Michael crashing into a Kodak shop. I would have been something really kind of horrendous, and then I would have maybe mentioned that my dad was in Wham.
But me dad's in one.
Episode 4, just before they all went home.
COVID's hit because me.
Oh yes, she had the black. They had to do the design challenge where they were black and...
Oh, when it was safety pinned together.
Yes, and for me, I would have wore a Choose Life t-shirt and maybe
Safety pinned
mentioned
together.
my dad was in Wham.
Yes.
I don't know how she managed to get through
Yeah.
it. Especially with like...
So nonchalantly just mentioned it at the end.
Yeah.
Well, my dad was in.
What you could have told with that? Maybe episode 6?
That should have been on your Meet the Queens video.
Yeah, but like she just didn't mention it and it's like...
Her catchphrase should have been, wham.
Yeah, should have walked in and been like, the cheek, the nerve, the audacity, me dad was in Wham.
Done!
Yeah!
Global talking point!
Yeah! But like, I just...
This isn't Barry Island. This isn't Wham!
Yeah! Wham,
Mr.
bam! He shagged me man! Just bring it up, but then it says so much about taste.
Yeah.
That
she was just like,
oh yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Wham, have you heard of it?
Yeah. Have you heard of the little band Wham? My dad was in it.
Millionaire. Have you heard I am one?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they must have money.
Mm,
Bit of money.
a bit of money. Explains the good costumes.
Couple of quid.
Couple of quid.
I think he gets royalties every time Wham sells an album. Because Wham must still be selling albums. Rather than Nick Jeffrey.
Oh yeah. All my people in Germany, Wham's still top 40.
See? Yeah. But moving on from Wham.
Yeah.
But like,
Before this
that
video
is
gets
just,
cancelled,
that is
we're not
just
sponsored by Wham.
That is just one of the... Oh, I would like a Wham bar.
I'm all out of Wham references, I really am.
But I really like it.
Got a hunk bar.
What? No, I don't want a hunk bar.
That wasn't a hunk bar.
It's like a
Oh. Oh.
It's not a Wham bar. Speaking of Wham, did you know Taste's dad was in the band Wham?
It's been mentioned somewhere along the way. Towards the end.
Yes, very, very right at the end. But let's move on.
But again, yeah.
Yeah. So the
Bring that up
Queens,
earlier, Taste.
the Queens go and learn the choreography for the Little Bit of Love.
Yes. We knew it was going to be a shit show with Lawrence. That's why we tuned in.
The thing, what I really liked was, yes, it was a shit show for Lawrence. But I really liked that Lawrence was like, I don't know what I do, I don't know. And Ellie was like, no, you do know what you do. What, like, because Ellie
It was so
knows,
nice to see that support, actually. You mentioned that last night.
especially after 2 weeks of kicking off about this running order.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that they've kind of let bygones be bygones. It's very Big and Little Sister.
Yeah.
Where they're going to argue but come back together and argue and come back together. And it was just really nice to see the level of support. I don't think we've had a top 4 where they've been like, yes, bitch, get it, do that move,
Yeah.
and push each other to be the best. And I think that says a lot about the competition. They all want to be the winner, but by being the best, not by messing over, like...
Someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd rather go, oh, well, I didn't win, it's because they were better than me, rather than I made them worse than me, which I really appreciated. But, like, I think Bimini's choreography was very good. I think all that choreography, I like that the choreographer went, what can you do?
Yeah.
Let's make that work for you.
Right.
Which I appreciate.
Well, yeah, and because it's the finale, I feel like the finale is much like the the first episode, where it's kind of, it has to be very you. Like, you have to put yourself out there as you. It can't be someone else's choreography. It can't be you dressing else as someone else. Like, we have, like, the first episode, which is, like, the huge, like, meet the queens, this is who I am, and then you have the finale, which you kind of go out, like, with a bang.
Yes.
Of, this is who I am. So I kind of, like what you said, I enjoyed the choreography was like, so what can you do, what would you do?
Yes. It was like, what would Lawrence do on these next 3 beats?
Yeah.
And, like, it was nice to see, because I think those numbers can lose a lot of people's personalities. If I think off the top of my head of, like, say, All Stars 4, where they're all doing the she's a super queen.
Right.
I don't think any of it was particularly Naomi. I don't think any of it was, I don't remember it as being, oh, Monet was very Monet in that number. Whereas in this, I go, oh, Bimini was very Bimini. And Lawrence was very Lawrence, campy, cute. Like,
had Lawrence have started high kicking and donkey kicking and stuff, it would have been a gag, but it's not Lawrence.
Yeah. Whereas this is very, it's like what Vivian did last year. Pretend at the back to do and like doing what Vivian does. So I really enjoyed that the choreography took that on board.
Yeah.
The song itself, however.
Oh, yeah, let's get into the song, because I was just so disappointed.
Oh, you were real disappointed.
It was shit. No. I love the song, and I really do like the song. Whichever producer didn't tell them that their verses were too fast and they shouldn't all have been spitting in those tiny bars needs fired. Whoever put the vocals behind the track instead of in front of the track and mixed it in that way needs firing. I went back and listened to the verses. They're all really good verses. Like, you can tell that they've all taken the time to do the verses. So it's a shame that we couldn't hear them. I think Lawrence's was the only one that you could understand because it was at a pace that worked with the song. And then, after going back and listening to all of them, the only one who was actually on beat throughout the whole of their verse was Tace. There it is. Shit.
It was just disappointing.
Confused.
Yeah, confused.
No, but yeah, like, and I feel bad because I feel like people who haven't been behind the scenes and understand, like, the queens who mix their own tracks and know what's going to read on stage and what isn't going to read on stage, I feel like they're going to, like, blame the queens that it's their fault, that, like, their verse was bad and whatever else. And it had to do with, like, the mixing of it. Yeah. I'm sure there's another season where they did, like, a similar thing where the track did not read well at all. I can't remember.
I don't think Canada's was great.
No.
But I feel like for me it was just,
we were let down when we watched it, especially because we were so excited to the point where we were like, should we just pause it and just wait a second because we're so excited to watch this.
And then it happened.
And oh my god, like
I was perfectly flustered. And I wanted a proper stop card.
Yeah.
And I was
especially for Lawrence.
Yeah, and it was just like, it's a shame. Because they looked good, the outfits was great, Bimini looked gorgeous, I loved her hair, Ellie was wearing something Ellie would wear, the hair was good.
Yeah.
Lawrence looked cute, Tace looked possibly my favourite look that I've ever seen Tace in.
Gorge.
But then it was just the song, and even the release of the song that they put out.
It's still as bad, because I went back and listened to it.
Yeah, I thought maybe if they release it differently...
They'll have time to mix it, change it. No, they release it as it is.
But do you think that's part of the problem as well, that it was rushed? Because normally they'd have...
It's like fast sales, fast production, fast sales. But that track had literally been handed to a student sound engineer.
Well, they'd had 7 months, actually. No, they'd had 7 months to perfect this. This could have been one of the best tracks ever. To, like, make sure the gaps were good and make sure whatever. And it just wasn't... It wasn't prepared to be good.
I just don't understand why it was so muffled. We literally had to put the subtitles on so that we could understand what they were saying, apart from Lawrence.
Yeah.
And the only reason you could understand Lawrence was because Lawrence went at that pace. Plus, to say that Lawrence was the only one you could understand with her thick accent says a lot.
Yeah, that's like saying, like, Candy Muse was the best to understand.
It's like saying I understand a single word that Pebble Dash says.
Well, yeah. Like, But the song, it just. Oh.
I like this. The problem is that I really like the song as well. I do really like that song. But the way that they like, oh, do you not like it at all?
No.
I like it, but for me, like the spitting and the rapping for that song was just not right. And if the majority of the contestants are spitting and rapping, RuPaul has so many other songs. Pick a song that's not even that popular, and then bring that song up. If you don't have time to create a new song,
They've never done "Call Me Mother" as a top 4 song.
oh,
Have they not?
I
I
don't
can't
think
think
so.
of them doing it. That's a song where you can spit out some lyrics like that.
Yeah.
That would have been a better top 4, especially for.
do you know what they should have gone back to? Have they done Supermodel?
Yeah, it's season 1. No, they didn't. They didn't come together. They
Oh.
haven't done season 1.
They should do Supermodel, but I don't know if RuPaul completely owns the rights to Supermodel. That's the only thing. They
I
should
just
have
think
done Supermodel.
RuPaul's got better. Why not use one of his UK songs? His London.
RuPaul
Days
releases an
here?
album every single year. You can't tell me
Yeah.
that there wasn't a song that fit their verses better.
It's just. Well, I think we should move on. Let's top up our drinks and then we'll move on. So we've had a top up. We are ready to discuss the runways of the finale of Drag Race UK Season 2.
Yes.
Very exciting runways, very, very fun. And I thought we might need a fashion expert to kind of come in and help.
Right.
So I asked Elle, and she wasn't available.
Right.
So I did ask Danny D, not available. Miss Rory, not available.
Shame.
Lucy Fur couldn't make it.
Oh.
But Pebble had some free time tonight. So, Pebble, hi, how are you doing?
Rude! The absolute rudeness. Listen, trash is still fashion, thank you. I'm good, hon, how are you?
Let's talk about RuPaul's outfit first of all. I'd like to talk about Ru first.
Right. So we discussed last night, I thought her wig was way too orange. It was incredibly bright. I thought it would have looked a little bit better if it was a little bit darker.
Yes.
For me,
A little bit.
great dress, she looks gorgeous. Tiny tweaks, it's RuPaul, whatever, she's gonna look gorgeous every single week. For me, not a finale dress from RuPaul.
No, Pebble, what did you think?
I thought it was rotten. The worst dresses I've ever seen her in. I think the cut of the dress, the shape of the dress, the material the dress was made from, it looked like a body stocking that would cut the legs off.
Right.
And on it, I think it was disgusting.
How do you really feel?
To say that, on it, genuinely, I seen the picture of it the week before, and I thought I'll wait until I see it in real life. Because when I saw the red one she had in the US, I was a bit like, oh, I'll wait and see, and I loved it. This dress was just, it was two horrible colours of brown. It had really cheap satiny sheen around the hem, and just the shape and everything. And she's worn that shape before and looked really good. And I agree with what you say, that the mesh all over the brassiere part was just a really odd choice. I don't understand who made that dress, put it on her and said, oh, you look good.
Right.
I don't get it.
I think I'm the odd one out here because I quite liked it.
Oh, Jack, come on.
I did. No, for me, I liked that there wasn't rhinestones and there wasn't sequins, and I liked the plainness of it and the African jewellery and the Afro. I really enjoyed it. I do think, I agree that the boobs definitely looked like a ball sack because you've always got one a bit bigger than the other.
Right.
But it wasn't, the boobs was a bit of an issue, but other than that, I quite enjoyed, I liked the simplicity of it. Maybe not for a finale, but I don't know, I'm on side with it. I quite liked it.
Nice, but not for the finale, for me, personally.
Yeah, maybe just not a
For
finale.
me, it should never see the light of day. It should be burned.
Right, it was the last dress that they had. They couldn't get another dress in.
Yeah. It's just like, the thing is, I genuinely, 100%, I'm like, why was it there? Why was it there in the first place? It should never
Right.
have been an option.
Because it's
It
nice.
just didn't suit her. The colour of it clashed with her skin. The ground on that dress looked green under the light. It had a green hue to it. Oh, I hate it, honestly. I hate it. I loved her wig, loved her makeup, loved the jewellery. I also hate that she's wore those bloody open-toed sat. Drag queens who wear tights should not wear open-toed shoes. That's just a rule.
Oh, come on.
Pebble, I wear open-toed shoes. I don't have a problem with drag queens. No, but I don't have a problem with drag queens wearing open-toed shoes. She's a size 14, for God's sake.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I don't mind that either.
Yeah.
And we know that she's got cliffhanger toes. I'd rather have a nice concealed Barbie foot than the cliffhanger toes over the end of the shoe.
So that's fair. But they could have just been nicer shoes. They look.
This is
I
true.
would not have been shocked if she turned to the side and they were a cork wedge.
Oh, shut up.
I wouldn't have been surprised. Because they were just like gold lame wrapped around her ankle. Nah, failed. She should quit.
Cancelled.
Well,
Cancelled.
let's move on from how much Pebble hates RuPaul to...
Makes a change this season.
I know, right? You're never getting on season 4 now. That's it.
I know. I know.
But let's move on to the top 4 girls. They were the next to kind of prance the runway. First up, Bimini in this bridal look. Yeah?
Yeah. Me first?
Yeah, you go.
Well, so I really loved the look. Obsessed with the wig.
Mm-hmm.
The whole look from the waist up gave me like Mugler, Jean-Paul Gaultier vibes. But for me, that weird doily skirt really ruined it for me. I thought it was the frill. I thought it was really cheap. From the hips up, gorgeous. The skirt for me was just not the one.
No, I think the skirt looked really... It was that cheap £5 a metre kind of tulle, satiny horribleness. Like, I think those kind of skirts are a bit overplayed in drag anyway. Now I feel like I've seen them for many, many years. That I wanted something new and innovative, especially from Bimini. Bimini,
It's
who's
because
like
it's cheap fabric that gives you a lot of volume, so you can use as much of it as you want.
But she's been so fashion forward that I think had she came out in just like the most perfectly bias cut black like chiffon dress with good hair, I would have been like, wow. Because of like the simplicity of it. Pebble, what did you think?
So I kind of agree with Layla. I think I loved the wig. I thought the wig was amazing. I loved the shape of it. And I loved the corsetry. I think the corsetry looked expensive. But then it just looked like she had a 3.5 tall summer duvet attached to that. I just didn't get it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thought, I got what they were saying as well, that the panties she was wearing looked odd, it looked out of place, and it did look better when she took the skirt off. The panty didn't look as odd, but I think the skirt against the cut of that kind of pan, when it's like a granny panty shape, it just didn't read as well as I think she thought. And I just felt bad for her a little bit, because I feel like she kind of was like, oh, at the end of every couture show, they always end with bridal, and really kind of played that up. And then it's like, well, yeah, from the waist up. I don't think it was terrible. I just think it could have been done a lot better for the waist down.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I think even if she hadn't worn the skirt, I think it would have been a better look. But she was too scared of running the risk of Michelle kicking off of that. It would be a bodysuit.
Right.
It's tough. But I don't think it's a bad look. It's definitely one of the better looks of the night. It's just shame about that skirt. If that skirt had been like a plastic tiara, full ostrich feather skirt.
Right.
Oh, I'm just picturing it in my mind.
Do you think as well, because obviously we know that Bimini's very fashion forward and stuff, but it's the finale drag race. It could have been so much bigger.
Do you know what? I think she purposely did it as like an 80s like throwback. As your like 80s wedding gown.
I get what she was doing. I absolutely get what she was doing. But general Joe public watching,
Right.
I think it read a bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it had a Betsy Johnson vibe to it.
Yeah.
As soon as you said like 80s wedding, I was like, oh yeah, very Betsy Johnson.
Yeah.
But she went bankrupt twice. So is
Just
she
like this
really
look.
an icon that we
Right.
should be looking up to?
Right.
Let's move on to for me, possibly one of my least favourite looks of the night, Ellie Diamond.
Right.
I honestly thought she looked like a toilet roll, like cover.
Yeah.
It wasn't. The shades of pink all together made her look a little bit like a bruised vulva.
Nice.
Like just like
I'm not sure to say that.
just like a
Yes, I've seen many of those.
like a battered vulva. Do you not
It was-
think, Pebble? Do you get
Anything,
vulva
Pebble.
vibes from this?
So I get where you're coming from. So I think it is the perfect finale dress for Ellie, because Ellie's very costume. She's not super fashion, she's very costume. And I feel like I understand and it made sense that this was her finale costume. Completely got it. The fact that the dress and her hair were the same colour as her skin
Yeah.
was confusing to me.
Yeah.
There was just no contrast anywhere, nothing kind of popped. The dress was a gorgeously made dress. Personally didn't like the colour. It was that kind of... So if Bimini was 80s wed bride, she was 80s bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Right.
That kind of peachy, satiny... It looked good on her, but it doesn't mean that I like it. And I think she was, again, if you look at General Joe Public, they're probably going to look at Ellie and be like, oh, that's a drag queen, because it's very costumey. And I think that's what Ellie does. Not always great, in my opinion, but I get what she was thinking. I did not get Glinda the Good Witch. That's such a specific reference, and you're going to pull that out. Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Hard for you to kind of keep that up. But I didn't hate it. I just thought she looked like a bruised vulva.
See? So, your opinion on Ellie's look?
For me, it was Mrs. Havisham through rose-tinted glasses.
Yes.
Like what you were saying, Pebble, it was all one colour. For me, that was the definition of dusted. It literally looked like she'd been dusted in talcum powder.
Yeah, I think
Right?
it was... Yeah, because it was such a muted colour. It looked like...
It looked like she'd put too much powder on and not brushed any of it off.
Yeah.
And she came out, but her entire costume was like that. Loved it. Again, the hoop skirt underneath wasn't long enough, so you had the weird like tilt at the end when it should have just flared out completely.
Why does every drag queen on Drag Race do that? Every drag
Yeah, the
queen
hoop skirt's never long enough.
Always at their knees.
Yeah.
Looks like a...
I think it's because none of them get a custom hoop skirt built.
Right.
They just buy a hoop skirt and go, well, a hoop skirt's a hoop skirt. But
Not when you're like 7.5 foot.
no,
like
not when you're
Diamond.
Ellie Diamond. But yeah, you're right. It was very desaturated. It was
Yeah.
like it just seemed very washed out. But
But again, not a bad look, but if we're going to nitpick, that for me, it just didn't have the
I
like
didn't like
vibrance.
the look. I don't think I'd like it in a different colour. I don't think I'd like it if it was a brighter pink. I think it looked. It wasn't very now, and yet
No.
I can't pinpoint when it was in the past. But I don't believe that it's in the future.
If you think last season Viv wore a big giant hoops dress for the finale, and it looked 100 times better.
Yeah, and I didn't like that. So that tells you how much I dislike Ellie's. Like,
Yeah.
I just... No offence to Ellie. I like, it's not a personal thing. I just don't like it. But let's move on. Let's move on because I'll start getting told that I'm bullying Ellie now. Let's move on to Lawrence Chaney. Pebble.
So, Lawrence Chaney was wearing the perfect promo outfit.
Yes. Oh my
It
god.
was a perfect promo outfit.
I'll agree with
It
that.
was, to me, remember how we all reacted to Kennedy in the Pride pineapple dress? That's what this gave me in different colours. I think she looked amazing, her body looked amazing, the dress is brilliantly made. It's like perfectly made for her. The hair was amazing, the face was amazing. It just didn't read finale, it read entrance or promo. It was too close. It was too drag race.
I think it's a good finale dress. I think it was well made, it was rhinestoned, it was thought out, it wasn't very of any theme, it was just a gorgeous dress. I just think, I wouldn't say it was promo.
It was definitely a theme. It had black checks down the side as a nod to drag race.
I mean, I can't relate to that, but but no, like, I think it's clever to do like a drag race thing for the final. Look at like Davina last year, that was very UK based. It was, we've seen this kind of thing happen.
But Davina's was like a gorgeous gown. This was a top and a skirt.
No,
It was a top and a skirt that was bellied in the centre. It was because if you watch on top, she's got the top off and untucked. It was a top and a skirt that was bellied in the centre. It's a two-piece.
Yeah, because it's got a zip. That'll be the easiest way to get it on.
Oh yeah, but I don't think it was finale worthy. I think it was an entrance look or a promo look. It's like someone going as dressed as RuPaul. Like we've seen RuPaul do that. It's been the promo image for every season of Drag Race. And I get that it's like a nod, and that would be fun as an entrance or a promo look. I just think as a finale, you should be the most you and give us the most Lawrence that we can get, and that's not necessarily the most Lawrence that I've seen him ever do.
Okay, fair. Layla, what did you think?
I liked it, but do you know what, Pebble? I think I'll agree with you. It was very promo, very entrance look. It was finale look.
Yes.
I think for Lawrence, who's a camp queen anyway, it makes sense that you would pick the Drag Race theme, have that as a gown, gorgeous. I did like it. I do see it as a promo or an entrance look, but I mean, out of the bunch,
I think it was great because what it does is it creates that image. You are crowned, well, especially for Lawrence, being crowned the winner of Drag Race in that outfit. That image is then Drag Race, they'll use that all the time.
right?
She's set herself up for that image to be a global image.
Yeah.
It's very clever.
That's fair.
It's very clever. Speaking of something not finale worthy, let's move on to taste. Layla, your thoughts?
What do you say? Like,
Yeah.
her entrance look was better than that. Her like 15-minute getting into drag was better than that. Like, what was that? That was what you wear to get into drag. That's what you wear to get ready. She should have worn that in the dressing room. Like, what like, love taste. I never get fired up like this ever. But, like, taste, what was that? Like,
It just, for me, it was like a Leg Avenue body stocking.
I can guarantee it was probably Bang London who
Yes.
gave her like 5 body stockings to take with her onto the show, and that was the last one that she had for the finale.
Yeah. I just, we haven't seen Taste in a gown, right?
I want a crazy mermaid gown. I want crazy like updo that isn't like dragon horns, like something else.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is I understand the whole caliber of you shouldn't judge every drag queen and have them have like different hair, different outfit every single time because everyone has their limits when it comes to finance.
Yes.
But Tace is from London. She lives with a horror who creates the majority of her looks. Like, I don't understand why Tace hasn't been clocked for wearing the same wig tons of times, wearing this multiple times, yet queens from other seasons will wear wear one thing twice, and it's like the end of drag as we know it. Like, and how dare they come out twice in the same thing? Like,
Yeah. Pebble, are you as
Right?
passionately...
I don't understand why I'm so passionate about this, but I just feel like...
So,
I really like the AliExpress.
I really like the AliExpress body swap, and I went to see her. If she had wore what she wore in the performance as a finale outfit, I would have loved it. It was punk, it was edgy-ish compared to what she wore. It was a bit different. If she wore that bodysuit that she wore in the performance, with her big leather jacket that's got all the pins and everything, with that really kind of late 70s punky Susie and the Banshees hairdo that she had, I would have appreciated that more.
Yeah.
This was a flat 60-70 inch weave that looked like it maybe was made of 4 wefts. There was more hair on one of the pom-pom things than there was on her wig. She looked stunning, her face is beautiful, but how many times have we heard Michelle Visage say, don't come on stage in a leotard or a body stocking or a jumpsuit, like, and you would do that at the finale, and you threw a few fake furs on that you find in a second-hand shop somewhere, because they also look matty. But yeah, I just didn't get the choice. It felt like an odd choice, and I wonder if there was something else and it broke or the zip burst or something, because I can't fathom how she got to that as her finale look.
I think what's most crazy for me is she had 7 months to work on this finale look.
Yeah.
Like, she got, like, pandemic, you go home, even if she bought that bodysuit, but spent 7 months rhinestoning every single inch of it, so it was like, I'm thinking
Like the
like
blondes.
or like Fuego, like Elena
You
from
from
Eurovision.
Eurovision. Right.
And that, like, if it had been something incredible like that, then like, yeah, okay, wear the bodysuit. But I think what she wore in the workroom was more interesting. The two leather looks that she wore in the workroom were way more interesting than what she presented for the finale.
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
Plus, when you know that you're on Drag Race, isn't the finale the first thing that you think about? Like, you want that crazy finale, like, gown? Like...
And it's not even like...
And it's not even like we're doing like a comparison to America where their stuff is out of this world half the time. I get that it's UK drag, I get that it's not going to be the same as when it is America, but I just feel like it's unfortunate when we've seen you in better looks in the season that you're now in the finale of. We know you have better looks, I know that you have good taste most of the time. I just don't get why this was our decision. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
I'm just baffled.
They all looked amazing. No one looked bad. Like, I'm not going to say she looked bad in what's going in.
Right.
It did look gorgeous. It screamed, I know that I'm fun.
It really looked out of place on the, like, everyone else was in something floor length. Granted, Bimini's was like short at the front or whatever, but everyone was in something floor length. They were in evening wear, formal wear. Tace was just in a dance costume. I just don't get it. But
I don't care about floor length. I wouldn't mind people not, because I wouldn't do floor length. It's not my style, it's not what I do. But I would.
What are you wearing right now?
A floor length.
A floor length.
I wore once and I've had it for 3 years.
and I've had it
These bitches
for
say
3 years. These bitches said they were wearing gowns and I thought, oh, I could do that. But on the finale, I probably wouldn't wear something floor length. I would wear something quintessentially Pebble, but it would be stepped up, like you say. It would be stone into high heaven, and it would be styled like she never had any jewellery or anything. She literally was wearing a wig, a bodysuit from fur.
yeah.
Like there was nothing else.
Yeah, the shoes were even plain. Like, the shoes weren't even rhinestoned.
I
Like,
can't even remember the shoes.
they were very similar to what you've got, just a black stiletto.
How dare you?
Like, no, but like, just a very plain. But I'd want something more like, just something a bit more.
Well, I don't know what you mean.
Something a bit more complete.
I'm weird.
Oh, Pebble, classy. Pebble, you win.
I'm comfy.
So, moving on. We were lucky this episode that all of the queens who had been on the show so far were able to come back for the crowning, and they all got to stomp the runway just just like a couple of feet of the runway, but they stopped it. So I want to talk about all their looks as well, because they were some of them were great, and Ginny was there. So
and Ginny was there. Yeah.
We'll start from the very beginning. Cherry Valentine. That's her name, isn't it?
It is.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you call the first? Strawberry. Or
Strawberry.
Wardal or Lass?
Yes, in the red.
Yes, in the red Gareth Pugh spiked shoulders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pebble, can you remember this?
I thought she looked gorgeous.
Yeah, I remember it. I thought she looked gorgeous. It's what I would expect. It was a finale dress for a start.
Yeah.
Her makeup, she's always been good with makeup, but it looked even better. And yeah, I thought she looked really good. I really enjoyed it. It's very Cherry Valentine, very on brand, and I just thought it looked really good.
Yeah, I think it was finale worthy.
Yeah.
It was, this is a gown that you've clearly saved to be your last look of the show. It's gorgeous, it's you, it's sequin, it's evening, it's fun. I liked it. Really, really good.
Yeah. I loved it as well. It was gorgeous.
I think of the looks that we've seen tonight, she's definitely in the top half.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Who was next? Estina.
I'm sorry, I didn't like her.
Did you not?
No, I wasn't that. For me, I liked the look. Sorry. I liked the look, but not on Estina. I don't feel like that's the kind of queen that Estina is.
I mean, maybe. For me, it was so graphic. Chanel Monet, kind of like cool, black, white, domino, like really like interesting. It's the same as the kind of things that I liked about RuPaul's look, that it wasn't sequin and rhinestone or whatever. It was very clean and plain, but stood out. Pebble, what do you think?
Send it back to ASOS. The most interesting part of it was the jerry curls that she put on her face. The rest of it just looked like she'd literally got it off ASOS to wear in the finale. I don't like Christina's style at all.
Oh, see, I think I'm out on my own here again, but I really like that dress. Oh well, we'll move on. We'll move on to who was next? Ginny Lemon. And let me just say that one of the best moments of the episode was Ginny walking on and walking off the runway. Straight away. Really funny. I'm glad that she can laugh about the experience she had on the show.
Yeah.
There's not really like a big hard feeling there.
I'm glad they let her come back.
I mean, that's what I thought too, Pebble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to let her come back. She left the competition because she didn't want to compete anymore. So it's fair to not bring her back to re-enter the competition. But to be like I was here, that's
right.
Understandable. This look, however,
I don't even remember the look. I remember the fish shoes.
Yeah, she had the fish flops.
The fish flops.
And she had like something yellow with like a old man's body warmer type jumper.
And something covering the head.
Can you remember?
Right?
Yeah.
Can you remember Vivian's Queen look? That's exactly what it was.
Jello-ish.
But with like with a fish flop. And I loved her glasses train.
I love that.
A glasses train was one of my favourite things. The big chunky yellow chain on those big glasses. Huge fan of that. But yeah, it's Ginny.
Oh yeah.
This is the thing. Ginny, I don't think you can judge Ginny against anybody else in the competition. You can only really judge Ginny against Ginny. It's very Jasmine did. You can only judge Jasmine against Jasmine. So
it was still shite.
It was still shite.
I mean, it was still awful.
It was still awful, but I loved it.
Do you think if Ginny had stayed in the competition and made it to the top 4, this would have been what she'd wear? Or do you think she had a gown ready?
No, I think she would have worn it because this is Ginny. She'll turn it on its head. So I think she would have probably still worn something like that because she doesn't care. We've seen that she doesn't care what rules or what she's told to do,
Right.
say, wear, act, whatever. She doesn't care. So she's going to do Ginny, and she knows she's very clever because we're all going to talk about Ginny. But there's already memes everywhere of Ginny at the finale, more than there is of anybody else at the finale, including the winners.
Yeah.
Everyone's laughing about Ginny.
Yeah, no, that's true. She is a brand, and I think she owns it, but...
Yeah. I think this is what I love about Ginny Lemon and what I love specifically about this season of Drag Race, is that Ginny came in as that kind of queen that we all know, like the campy, over the top, doesn't take herself too seriously. And I feel like only her and the rest of the UK were in on it, and the rest of the world had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
And they were either so confused or really angry and didn't understand why she was on the runway in Crocs. And we were kind of all sat back like laughing, being like, we love this is British drag, this is Ginny, and the rest of the world went wild. And I think that's what I love about this season, is that we sat back and we were like, there you go, this is British drag, take it or leave it. Like, amazing.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely.
There's drag.
Yeah.
I mean...
Next down the runway, 4th place, Joe Black.
Oh, one of my favourite looks of the season.
Yeah. Joe Black.
Yeah. Joe Black. Everything Joe Black's done since he's been off Drag Race has been amazing.
Right.
Every look he showed has been amazing. I absolutely adore him, and I thought, I just thought he looked amazing. I love him.
It was so Blue Peter.
Blue Peter, oh my god.
It was very that like Blue Peter statue in the Blue Peter garden to me.
Right.
It very much. I loved it. I thought it was incredible. Apparently she found those pieces just in a flea market in London.
Which is bizarre.
Like, who was
Yeah,
just
of course.
giving these away?
I think he's iconic, honestly. I love him.
Like, I genuinely thought Joe was like, well, I'm going to get a Philip Tracy headdress made
Yeah.
for Drag Race. And then when, I think it was you that pointed out, that told me that she found it in like a flea market in Brighton, I was like, you're joking. I was like, that's a Philip Tracy headdress. Like, amazing.
Yeah.
Just bizarre, but like in the most gorgeous, like breathtakingly, like wow kind of way. I think genuinely when we first seen it on screen, we went
Yeah.
and had like that little audible gasp. Just stunning. Makeup was nice. I like the colour red for a finale. I don't know why. I think it's just striking.
I'm the same. Red for a finale, absolutely.
Yeah. So well, like Joe was definitely another like top of the bunch.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Cherry and Joe displayed better looks than all of the top 4,
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
which it's a shame for the top 4, but we'll move on to who? Oh, Vicky Valentine.
No.
Veronica
Window.
Green. In this Sailor Moon, wear a mask, stay at home, don't go to Drag Race because you've got COVID, do go to Drag Race, go home again, watch Sailor Moon, turn up in this outfit. I don't know. I just don't.
She was COVID's sad little superhero.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a real
Right, so I have a real soft spot, as you know, for Veronica Green. I think her as a queen, I think
Why?
she's really important. Because I'm not as much a judgmental cow as you two. Other than RuPaul's dress.
I mean, touche.
That outfit
fancy dress costume.
was a fancy dress costume, a poor fancy dress costume. And she done nothing to it. That's what annoyed me. And like, if you want to come as a superhero, do something to the outfit. Don't just wear a costume. Like, it's just stupid. And the mask, like, come on, you're wearing literally like a Party City eye mask.
Yeah.
Get rid of your life. No, it's not for me. We'll see what happens in season 2, but didn't unpack your bags, bitch.
I think that's the thing. Like, maybe she was saving a finale look that she had for this season for next season.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah,
What did you think?
possibly.
I think. But I think they should have just dropped her from the ceiling in that final episode, like some wasted superhero.
Yeah.
Right at the back of the runway, just dropped her down.
And,
I didn't like her. I know that she makes all of her... I'm just going to be honest. I didn't like her. She makes all of her own costumes, so that's why you think that it's like a fancy dress costume. But I don't understand why it's relevant.
This was my thing.
Is that the week that she went home?
no.
Like,
No.
I don't get why you're a
Why are you a
superhero.
superhero?
Like, why are you a superhero?
Was it the week she was supposed to come back on?
No, she was meant to come back for UK Hun.
Yeah.
Will you stop muttering under your breath?
Sorry.
We know what's going on. Yeah, so she was meant to come back for UK Hun, not for superhero. So I don't know
So I don't know why
what's
it's
that got to do
relevant.
with it.
Yeah.
She made that joke backstage about wear a mask.
Or was that a joke?
Oh, fuck. Get it quick, Vicky Queen!
Like, Vicky.
I genuinely like her.
No.
She's not the queen I thought she was.
Do you know what
I
really
really like
surprised me as well? Lawrence saying I thought you'd be top 4 with us.
The lies and deceit, Lawrence Chaney. What the hell?
Yeah, no. Pebble probably did because Pebble likes
I
her.
didn't think she'd be top 4.
I like.
But I,
No, but I didn't
like
think she'd
her.
be top 4. I do
Oh,
like
change
her.
your tune now.
I think she seems nice.
What does that mean?
Oh, shut up. Like you. People like
Oh,
you.
shut up.
You're
People like you, you're a cunt.
But yeah, for me, it was what Estina got sent home in. It was what Ellie's worn all season. It wasn't original. The only saving grace was the mask kid, the fact she still doesn't know how to do her makeup.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sorry, Hun, bye. And I think I'm just better. And I think I just really don't like her because today I was doing a poster for her, and one of the images she sent was her entrance look, and that just made me dislike her even more because I was like, "You're gonna make people put that on posters."
Did
Her
you
and her
respond
entrance look.
honestly?
I asked for a different photo, and I got one.
That's good.
But yeah, moving on to Tia Coffee.
Yes. Before we talk about what Tia
yeah.
wore,
Tia Coffee.
did you see what Tia wore in the performance?
The RuPaul.
RuPaul's pink jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love that.
There was a
Love
meme that was
If you had my
if you
team,
had my team, you'd look like me, and she was just turned back.
challenge accepted.
Yeah, I think
that's
it's. I thought that was fun to do like a RuPaul-esque look.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was her original plan to do that, or whether she just did that for fun
right.
after she got eliminated. But a finale look, I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
I really like
Yeah?
it.
It was good.
I
Like,
really liked it.
it was just a makeup, not so much, but like everything else.
It was
cute.
cash.
It had like a Monet Exchange vibe to it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And was it not? Was it on All Stars when Monet and Manila Luzon, when Manila wore that huge afro?
Yes.
I think it gave me like that sort of vibes. It was
Yeah.
very chill. It was good for her.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely Tia's most successful look of the competition.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah, I think she looks great.
Absolutely, yeah, I think she looks great.
I love her.
She's another one, I love
And
her.
also,
Me
I
too.
feel like with her,
And I feel like with her, it's easier
maybe
to accept things that other people would perceive as flaws or whatever, because she knows she doesn't care and she has a personality to back it up and make you like it anyway. Do you think she really gives me, and I don't know why because they're so different, and I know it's redundant comparing queens, but she's very adore, not in looks, but in the way that you forgive her certain things because of her personality.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I just really like her. I think she'd be fun to hang out with. I mean, she is fun to hang out with. She doesn't take herself too seriously, which I always appreciate. But yeah, it just really good look for me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Who was next? My Bessie Mara.
Probably.
Sister.
So, I'm a kick this one because
So,
you hate her.
I'm a kick this one because you hate her, right?
No, don't put words in my mouth.
I hate her.
I despise her.
I enjoy the blue glitter around her mouth with the red lip. I like it. It's different. I don't get it, and I don't need to. It's not my job to get it. She does it well. I think it's the best she's looked. I wish she would get rid of those big wood chips that she's calling teeth, because that's a lie, and we all know it's plastic. But I think it's the best she's looked. I didn't particularly like it. I wouldn't wear it. But for her, I think it's the best she's looked.
No, I think.
Wait, let me do my 2 cents in
Yes,
before
you
can
go.
pop off.
Yeah.
I think I really liked the look, apart from the mouth.
Okay.
Newsflash. I think I really did. I liked the
I
braid.
like the mouth.
No, that was the only one thing that I didn't like. The rest I liked. I enjoyed the
Why don't you
whole.
like it?
Why what?
Why don't you like the mouth?
I just don't like it, Pebble. No, I think for me, I don't get it. Like, I think the red lips are beautiful. She doesn't need to then put this blue circle around her lips. Oh, give me a reason why. I want to know the description why.
I've never seen it done, and that's enough for me to like it, because I've never seen anybody doing it. And I think it throws back as well to Club Kids, the ladies' club extravaganza. It throws back to that. It's a very, she and everything she's done is a very specific type of queen, and she's the closest to like that Club Kiddie vibe, the original Club Kiddie vibe, late 80s, early 90s, Michael Alley, James and James. She's very that. So the blue mouth, I feel like she would do it anyway, and I think she does it well. It never looks poorly done.
I
Are
mean,
you sure it's not just to hide stubble rash?
Right, who knows? But if we're talking Club Kids, I definitely Michael Alley, put it that way. But I just, for me, thank you. For me, the look, the blue around the mouth is it is questionable. It's her thing, and I don't have a problem with that. If that's something she wants to do, then good for her. If I take that away, the outfit was fucking horrendous. Oh, come on!
Oh, I liked it!
No,
I actually liked it!
She looked like she was doing a show at like a downstage cabaret bar in like Blackpool. And they went, sister, we need you back on set because you're going to do your finale look. And she went, shit, I've got fuck all on, and grabbed the curtains and just went, ready. Why'd you have an axe, Pebble? Pebble, why did you have a fucking axe? Pebble, why did none of it make sense? And don't tell me it's not meant to make sense.
That absolutely makes sense. Her whole look was being a murderous wife. That was a whole look. That was a point of the look. I got that straight away.
No, you
She was a
didn't.
Murderous wife. Oh no, I absolutely did. Absolutely.
A murderous wife dressed in a velvet cabaret curtain.
It's taken off a movie. I can't remember what movie it's taken from, but it's taken out of a movie.
Then she's not being original, so no points for that either. It's no secret that I'm not a fan of her.
I know.
That's putting it mildly.
It's no secret that I don't like. For me, she was a waste of a spot on a really good season. But we'll move on.
Wow,
Let that ruminate.
that's deep.
Let that sit silence for a minute.
Yeah.
And then we'll see who gets fucking cancelled.
For me, genuinely, I think if we're talking about the series as a whole, and people will say that I just genuinely dislike it, and that may be true, but I have reason for it. My reason being, her point of view on the show was non-existent. She came in trying to be different, but didn't have anything to back up being different. She played the bitch, and she was nasty and bitter. And I really, really don't like her teeth.
And I think your point's fully valid.
Right, there we go. So let's move on from Sister to a look that I absolutely just fell in love with, a horror.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I adored everything apart from the ironing board on the head.
Yeah,
That was just the one thing that confused me.
yeah, it was a choice, that section of the wig. But Pebble, what did you think?
I think it was lovely.
I think it was lovely.
If you tell me now that you understand it because it was different and she didn't need a reason.
Oh no, like I agree with that in drag anyway, but no. I think it was lovely. I think the hair thing was weird. But I also think that it was a low-key shady choice because she knew what Bimini had there for the finale. She's been home and she still chose to wear something that's very similar to Bimini's finale outfit.
Bimini still chose to wear something similar to a horror's outfit. They both.
But Bimini hadn't been home. But you have to remember, they'd been there after lockdown. She would have seen Bimini's finale outfit. She then went home.
No, she just went back to the hotel, Pebble.
Yeah, she was only.
Alright,
She was only gone a day.
Yeah, she was only. I know. I wish she'd fucked off earlier.
Really? I wish she'd been top 4. I
Oh, no.
really like her, but I thought this look was cute. It reminded me of Aquaria's Saboteur, the look.
Yeah.
With a mint. I think a horror just looks gorgeous in that vintagey style with the corsetry and everything like that. It was a good look. I preferred this to Bimini's though. If we're comparing them
absolutely.
similarly,
Yeah.
I prefer the horrors. I think a horror really should have been top 4 instead of Ellie.
Do you know what? So here's the thing. It's one of those things.
Do you know what? So here's the thing. It's one of those things, right? There's two things happening. There's drag. She should have been in the top 4. There's Drag Race, the TV show. It's great that she wasn't in the top 4.
Yes.
It's a reality TV show. Ellie done the thing that Ru's asked everybody to do for however many years. Be a dick when you get an opportunity. So, from a TV show point of view, I think it's hilarious. But I do think she was more deserving to be the top 4. But I also think it was nice to have someone nice in the top 4. Because a horror doesn't come across as a nice person.
Oh, do you know? I think she changed.
I don't.
Do you know?
I think she acted changed. I think she let the vulnerability be there for the camera, but never with any other people. And I think it was insincere.
Oh, I think it's the other way round. I think she played the bitch, and the vulnerability was sincere. What do you think?
Yeah,
You can break the tie.
No, I think I'm probably going to have to agree with you. Yeah.
I just think she was too emotional for it to be fake.
I do understand what you're saying though, Pebble.
At first, I definitely think she played the bitch at first. And I think that was fake. But even after a re-breakdown and stuff, which I found endearing and we spoke about it, I'm sure that was the episode we were on. I felt like that was sincere, but I felt like her interactions weren't that sincere with the other queens. I felt like what we seen when she was crying about how she felt, I believe that was real, but her interactions with other queens, she came across as really insincere and fake. I didn't find her endearing at all watching her interact with other people.
Yeah, I can understand that. I don't know, maybe...
She looked amazing though.
I'm just you know me, Pebble, I'm just the person that sees the best in everyone. So,
Oh, aye, that's what you're most known for. You're just lying to you.
you know, like, I look for the goodness in people.
Why are we lying to this lady on this fine day?
Why are we lying to this lady on this thing?
Yeah, I know, I'm just kidding, Pebble.
That's why I want to take a moment to talk directly to Sister. No, I'm kidding.
No, camera, no way.
Could you imagine?
No way in this friendship are you making me look like the devil. Absolutely no chance. That's
Well,
not happening
Layla
here.
told me before that she thinks you look like you've got syphilis.
I mean,
And I'm just repeating
what
what-
gets taken being I had to be nice.
I know, it's a strange dynamic here.
I'm lovely.
I know.
I'm always lovely me. When it comes
I'm always lovely me.
Anyway, Pebble.
Because at the end
Oh.
of the day, do you know what? At the end of the day, they put on it, we didn't.
Yeah.
They took their drag, we didn't. They done it, they're showing what they are, and that's why even if I personally am not into any of their style, or I think they've came across, because even in horror, I also fully believe that there's a level of editing, or whatever. So, yeah, even people like Sister, I think that's why I can appreciate it, because she still had the guts to take her drag and put it on a stage. No matter whether we like it or not, she's put it there for us to see, it's what we do. But I still think there has to be a level of respect for every one of them, because they've still done it. And it's something that can't be taken away from them.
You
Oh my
are
God, I just did a
full of shit,
I
you.
know.
Like, what a crock of shit. No, no, I understand what you're saying. Well done to everyone for being involved, and for your involvement, you all receive a QBE, a Queen of British Eleganza. Well done.
Just no. Just no. Honestly, she should have saved that cheap plastic imitation of metal. Just keep it.
I know.
Don't want it.
Yeah. Not my favourite thing that they've ever given out on Drag Race.
But have to admit, probably one of my all-time favourite seasons of Drag Race in any country.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's definitely. I think it's amazing that only 2 seasons into UK Drag Race, it's already embracing the massive diversity. Still ways to go, obviously, and always will be, but it's already so much more diverse. And not just gender expression and things like that, but just the types of drag. I like that they've not. They gave us the first season, which had to be the Americanized version to make it palatable and get people in it. And there was a level of Americanization. Whereas this season, literally, there was queens coming on that we were like, what the hell? Like, what is this? This would never happen on American Drag Race. And I think that's good. I think it's good that we were able to see that and see that actually Ru's learning about Brits rather than teaching the Brits about American.
Yes.
So I so agree with you, Layla. It's been probably my favourite Drag Race season since season 6 of the American Drag Race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there.
I think there was a bit of tears, there was a bit of argument. You had good looks, you had bad looks. Nothing was too over dramatized,
Yeah.
but it was still enough that you were hooked in every week.
It was just good entertainment.
Yeah.
There was,
Yeah,
it
and it
just,
was calm.
and,
The whole
So
time.
calm.
yeah.
Calm.
And speaking
And
of
that's what we want.
speaking of good entertainment, Pebble, thanks for coming.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for hopping.
I
thought you were going to be shady there.
No, I think, like, on a sincere note, I think well done all of them for going up there, and it might not be the drag that we like. Blah, blah, blah. Do I sound like Pebble yet? Oh, it might not be the drag that we like, but it's the drag we deserve.
You sound more like Lawrence Cheney.
Yeah, you sounded a bit like the Frosty's tiger. They're great!
If it's Scottish, that's great.
But yeah, thanks for coming. I'll drop all your socials below. People know where to find your podcasts. A Horrible Time.
And can I just point out, for all the Queens in England that are going to see this, I'm not Lawrence Cheney. We sound a little bit similar, but I'm not Lawrence Cheney. Just making sure you're aware.
I think if they've got eyes, they know.
I hold back so much there. But I'm not having Pebble paint me as a bitch.
For all our non-visually impaired viewers, they know that you're not Lauren Straight.
With your eyes shut and your back.
I'm the pretty one. Yeah, just with your eyes shut and your back turned.
Thanks for coming. We'll follow you on TikTok. We'll like your podcasts. All that stuff. We'll see you soon. Bye. for now.
Season love.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Hey. Well, that was Pebble.
Hey, that was a bit calm.
Yeah, that was calm.
Hey, well, it was nice to be joined by our Pebble.
So nice.
I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to Baby Malcolm?
Oh no. Oh god.
I've always cringed at this.
I do cringe at this. If I was on the show though, I feel like I'd make it so much more dramatic though. I want the tears.
I think I'd just make it stupid.
Yeah, I feel like you would. I feel like you would. This huge, everyone's like crying. There's like the violin music in the back, and then you're just like, then you say someone else's name.
Yeah.
And well, they were lovely. And I go Jack PlastiQ.
Like, what would
Pick
you
me.
say to Baby Jack and then just be like,
Why would I do that?
yeah? That's how I met you.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think I always find
I
this
feel like I
a
would be
cringe.
honest, and it is cringy, but I do genuinely think I would probably cry. If you've been there for they're there for what, 3 weeks?
Mhm.
It's very intense. The judges are kind of just laughing at this point behind the panel. They can come and go off and go to beautiful restaurants and have whatever whilst you're locked in a hotel room. And I think I probably would be like exhausted and cry. And at this point, you do really want it. Like, you've made it to this
Yes.
point, you do really want it. So I don't blame people for being like, when I was...
Who do you think make the most kind of compelling, like, ode to their younger self?
Ginny Lemon. It would probably have to be Bimini. Bimini did just
Yeah,
have that,
yeah.
like... I thought she was speaking at like a pride event.
Very that.
Like, she is so well-spoken and intelligent, and she's got everything put together, which is just why I thought... And the winner is... Bimini Bobby Lash.
Yeah. It was geared up that way. I think Taste didn't take it very seriously.
No.
And
I think that I want them to take it a little bit seriously. Like, I feel like you would
Yes.
take it seriously, and then you'd have the mic drop at the end.
Yes.
And it would be funny, and you could leave it like that. But to
And
be
I
like,
think-
well, you know...
I think for me though, like that's definitely a not a coping mechanism, but like a safety blanket
Yeah.
to be able to add the
It's
humour
like
at the
retreat,
end.
retreat, yeah.
But like, I just think Taste, just kind of Taste knew in this moment she was not going to win.
No.
And especially when Ru said, "Why should you be the
Yeah.
winner?" And Taste was like, "Well, I think I should bring beans and toast to the world." And it was like, "Oh,
And she did.
You know that you're not here to win."
Yeah.
And that's cute and like good for her. And just all these kind of, I'm not in the finale to hear them tell me why they should be the winner, to hear them talk to Rue and Michelle, to hear them talk to the baby self. None of that bothers me. I want to see you sing and dance, and then I want to see you win or lose.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't think I know what I'd want them to say.
No. I think I'd just feel really embarrassed. Not embarrassed, but just very on the spot. Like, what would you say to baby
That's your
Jack?
call.
Yeah.
I feel at this point now, we've heard everyone's coming out story, and
It's
how do you keep that relevant without just saying, "Well, there's a fall, there's a baby, and look, it's terrible," and it went from ugly duckling to beautiful swan, and
You're always going to be like, cut your hair. You're going to get bored. Some people
wait, but give it a couple of years.
Yeah.
And these teenagers now that are coming out at like 11, 12, fab, living the best life.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be like, what would you say to baby you? And they'd be like, she's glad! Like, and I'm just like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah,
Like,
if
give
you
me a
got
tear or
someone
something. Yes, sis, work, great. Like,
That's what it is.
Someone like Tony the Doll. who was like so young that when she came out at like 11,
Yeah.
we were already in our 20s.
Yeah.
That like when she came out, it would have been like, yeah. So when they go, what do you think? She'd be like, hey, well, you look great, sis. Work it.
Why are you holding up a mirror? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the same effect.
No.
Like, and I feel like you are going to get to that, like in a couple of years' time, where everyone's going to be like,
So what we want is
you want a good mix of everything.
we need like a recess in gay rights, just so we still get.
But I also don't want. I'm going to do this with The Crown, because at the end of the day, how relevant is winning this reality TV show crown in our community? Really, for the people who aren't drag queens, they live. Yes, you're the winner. It's the be all and end all, as we have seen with the controversy of Lawrence winning, which is a whole other level, which we'll get onto. But like, how much relevancy do you actually think you have with this crown? I want you to just enjoy it. I want like a bit of like vulnerability, a bit of like, you better give me that crown. Like, look at me, I've worked hard for it, and then move on.
Yes.
It's not, I'm going to change the future. We're not. We know
You're
we're
not. Like, and I think had like Bimini, for example, got the crown or not, she was going to do something great.
She's still going to do incredible things.
You don't need the Jewels for Queen's crown.
No.
To make your mark
means
in the
nothing.
world. But the queens go backstage, and all the other queens are there. Really nice for them to kind of catch up.
Yeah.
They kind of talk about their gags of the season. Ginny storming off, obviously still being one of the main gags.
Amazing.
And a horror.
And also, I kind of love that they let Ginny come back.
Yes.
Rue had his little bit of shade with Ginny, with like the yellow wig and whatever else, but they let Ginny come back and not allow this, because you know fine well, had Ginny not been allowed back, it would have created this whole cancel culture. Well, Ginny deserved not to be back and blah blah. It was nice. It's a TV show. Let her come back. Just get over it. Grow. Like,
I just think she got what she wanted out of the show.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone on that show, apart from maybe Cherry and Estina, left without getting what they wanted from the show.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we didn't see enough Estina. We didn't see barely any of Cherry, like, at all, which is such a shame.
Joe Black got to be controversial and got to have that moment. Like, Sister got to get known, so did Veronica. They became people that were known, like Tia. I think everyone got what they needed from the show, apart from Cherry and Estina.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
So it was nice to see them all back. It's nice to see them all kiki. I don't think there was any kind of backstage like, we think you're going to win, we think you're going to win. There's no lipsticks in boxes, there's no drama. It's just a case of...
Although that would have been a gag.
It would have been
great.
I wonder who would have won had it had been a council vote of...
I think it probably still would have been... I think it might have been a 50-50 split between Bimini and Lawrence.
But if you look at All Stars 3, Shangela didn't get a single vote. And she really deserved it. So I think...
Well, then maybe Lawrence wouldn't have got a single vote.
I don't think Lawrence would have got a vote. And I think Ellie...
And especially because she was voted most cocky right at the beginning.
Ellie probably would have got underdog votes and ended up in the top 2. Yeah.
That would have been a gag.
So I'm glad it
didn't
happen.
But the drama already, this season alone, that's the last thing that we needed.
No, absolutely not. So it was nice that they all just got to have fun.
Right.
It was nice that they got to walk the runway, and it was nice when all the queens were there to just have that kind of round of applause and support.
Right.
In lieu of a live finale as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't get to have that, especially with COVID.
Well, yeah. I can't wait till the UK starts having live finales.
Oh, we'll be there, front row.
Oh, yeah.
But, so Rue announces the top 3. Tace, Lawrence and Bimini.
Which we already knew.
Yeah, we knew Ellie wasn't top 3, but well done, Ellie, for participating.
Incredible.
Is that right? Did I say that right? Participating.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not rain? No, that's precipitation. Right.
Genuinely thought you were going to burst out to rain on me there. I was like, I'm not ready. Sorry, is that rain? On. Me.
Sound like Ariana Grande on that show the other night.
Yeah, we knew she wasn't going to be top 3.
We
but
did.
Still incredible.
Yeah, and she put good effort in. No badges, but neither did Cheryl,
No.
and Cheryl did well.
It's
And
amazing.
still doing well,
Like,
so
she
well
did.
done.
She really did do
And
amazing.
for a 21-year-old, I always think
Incredible.
She's 21. At 21, I don't think I can do it.
No.
So,
I think everyone forgets, like, budget. Like, not everyone has spare tens of thousands of pounds and designer friends
yeah.
to just give you incredible garments. Like, people don't. And especially in the UK. And I think that's what makes it down to earth. Like,
Yes.
we don't all have designer friends just running around that can give you a couture garment.
That's the thing. Like, in the US, you've got anyone in LA, Marco was going to knock you something up. And anyone
Or you
in
can
New
just
York,
message anyone on Instagram and be like,
Yeah.
hi, I'm on the next season. Don't tell anyone, but I need you to make me this.
Yeah,
Like,
and they're going to do it. Like, Christine Cowan's going to give the New York girls something.
yeah.
In the UK, you'd be lucky if... Because there is UK designers, but you'd be lucky if they could give you anything. Maybe like Dylan Joel, he'd probably be able to lend you some stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe like your smaller, like kind of pews and stuff like that, maybe could lend you some stuff. But yeah, so I think it's definitely a different ballpark, and well done, Ellie, for doing it all yourself, the hair, the makeup, the wigs, whatever.
Incredible.
But the top 3 lip sync
Yes.
to I'm Still Standing by Elton John.
And you literally had every variation that you could lip sync that song
Yes.
in those 3 people, which is what made it so tough.
Taste was getting probably the most camera time on
Yes.
that lip sync. I thought,
Which is
oh
why
my God,
then-
is Taste going to win?
But that's why I thought, oh, they're going to give Tace all the camera time. And because we all know that Bimini's just going to win.
Well, maybe, yeah. Like, it was...
Like, at this point, I feel like everyone just thought Bimini's going to win.
Yeah, and I think we definitely resigned ourselves to the fact, based on this week's episode as well, Bimini had like a lot of, this is definitely moving towards her.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone won the lip sync.
No. It was a great performance.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Cut the performance. I just wanted to see that. I would rather see that over the performance.
Yeah, probably. Because it was just, at least they were having fun.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Lawrence. Lawrence was in the only outfit that couldn't be moved.
Yeah.
Like, at least Bimini got to take her skirt off and Taste was in her bodysuit.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, there was no real winner of the lip sync.
No.
So when it came time to announce the winner, it was...
Yeah. At that point, we were kind of, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, just, well, it wasn't even it's anyone's game, it's Bimini's. Bimini's
Yeah.
won this. And like, as I said earlier, we were happy to have Bimini win.
Yeah.
But the euphoria
But we were
when
ecstatic.
Lawrence won,
Yeah.
I think it was just, a lot of people are saying, and we'll address the kind of bullshit that's going on.
Yeah,
on
I
the
think we
internet.
have to.
A lot of people are saying Lawrence won because she was Ru's favourite. Uh-huh.
It's called RuPaul's Drag Race.
Isn't it Ru's show and Ru picks the winner? It's not based on... It's not
It's
like...
not called The Audience's Drag Race.
Yes,
It's
it
not
was an
called
audience.
You've known about drag for 12 months Drag Race. Like,
Yeah.
it's RuPaul's Drag Race.
Ru picks the winner based on who Ru wants to win. I don't know if
You know
anyone's
what?
unfamiliar with that format.
Yeah, be pissed off at Ru.
Well, yeah.
Stop giving the other queens flack because someone won over your favourite. It's not their fault. They did not pick the winner.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's like the fans kind of half expect Lawrence to just kind of turn around and go, oh no, I don't deserve this, you know.
Yeah.
Well, no,
No.
of course Lawrence isn't going to do that. And Lawrence's fans wouldn't expect Bimini to do that if Bimini did that.
Yep.
Like, it's just TV.
Yeah.
They won a crown and a flight to America.
Yeah.
Like, Bimini is still the most followed drag queen of any UK drag season.
Yeah.
She's in music videos, she's doing great. Bimini is going to have an amazing career after this.
Yeah.
She didn't need the win.
If
No.
anything, she benefited more from being second.
Yes, because everyone's now loving her even more.
Yeah.
She has done so much with just the mantle of being on the show that she didn't need to win.
Yeah.
And I think anyone that's, if you're one of these sad, pathetic people that give death threats on the internet, get it, Greg.
Oh
Get
yeah,
it,
we're
Greg.
over that now. Grow up. Like, please grow up.
It's stupid. But Lawrence won. We're very happy
ecstatic.
for
We're
him.
over the moon.
Yeah, we called it right in the beginning. We wanted Lawrence to win.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for Lawrence. I'm just very sad that the season's over.
I'm so sad.
Yeah.
I'm
I
so
think-
sad. It was one of my favourite seasons of Drag Race ever.
I think I'm not really even looking forward to the US one on a Saturday. I'm like,
No,
I'm not bothered.
just
I'm
crown
excited
someone
for
I've
the
got
Australian one. The Down Under.
so excited.
Ready
this
for
show.
that. If you do want to see us reviewing Drag Race Down Under, just stick a like or a comment. Possums?
It's not the greatest idea, but just stick around and you'll probably see it soon. In a couple of months or weeks' time. Kimmy?
Cocker?
Kimmy, look at me, look at me.
Nah, I get But yeah, I'm excited for the Australian one. I am really gutted
So
that
excited.
this is over.
So good.
End of the season.
End of an era.
We're excited.
Lawrence, can't wait to meet you.
Same.
Queen? Queen?
Same. I'm sure I'll see you on a tour bus soon.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yes, if you like this video, it's been a pleasure having you. I'm good. I feel like I don't even know.
I don't even want to
to
stop the video,
I
yeah,
know.
because I'm just like, just keep going.
We'll wrap up by saying congratulations to Tace Bimini for second place. Well done. Obviously over the moon for Lawrence. Thank you to World of Wonder MC3 and the entire production team as well as you have made last time.
So bearable.
And thank you to all the amazing special guests I had on this show. Pebble Dash, Illuminati, Lucy Fern, Mother Chucker, Farida Safik, Ivy, Missy J. Am I missing anyone? Gladys Duffy, and of course, Layla Sphynx. It's been an absolute pleasure. I will see you all on the next video. We've got a video coming out next week.
Yes.
And of course, we'll be back here to review a season of Drag Race sometime in the future.
Very soon.
And we have a brand new show launching very, very soon. So keep an eye out on our social medias, all linked in the bio, for that coming soon. I will see you all on the next one. Like, subscribe, boop the bell. Bye, folks.
Bye.